Add a little music. Here we go. All right, from Mr. Christmas. This is another new piece. This came in last week. This is my first chance to present it to you. It'll actually ship out the week of November 22nd. So it should be there right around Thanksgiving. This tree is probably one of the most iconic pieces that Mr. Christmas has ever done. They actually created this tree instead of out of ceramic, out of blow molded plastic, but then they put a Christmas carousel within its center, and instead of horses, they're reindeer on a platform of glittered snow with a candy cane and your favorite holiday tunes all worked into one. Lights and action. That's pretty cool. Doug Thompson is back with me once again. Doug, broadcasting from home.
Yes.
You just keep bringing more and more really, really cool, iconic stuff. This is a nice combination of old and new.
Absolutely, Dan. You know, it's great to be here with you, and welcome back from vacation.
Thank you.
Thanks for inviting me into your show. I love this piece, too. I love it because it's taking that iconic, nostalgic tree that we all know and love that was ceramics, and maybe our grandmother or our mom did in ceramics class. But this is in a blow mold design. It has the look of that ceramic tree, but it's a blow mold, and it has that center section sort of cut away. You got this wonderful carousel with Santa and his reindeer, and you have the music element. I have mine turned down now, but I'll turn it up, and you get all these wonderful classic Christmas songs to play throughout. So you do have the option of having the volume all the way off if you want, or adjusting the sound as you like. But I think it's beautiful, and I love how the light is emitting from the top of the star on the tree, and also the tree is lit up as well, not just the bulbs, but the green. It's just shining through that blow mold, which is really cool.
Mr. Christmas actually has their own musicians where they're taking you, obviously you're hearing classic Christmas tunes, but they do their own musical score for each one of them. At $71.76, this is another piece that becomes a focal piece. You know, for that first table that you see when somebody walks in the front door, or a way of being able to add Christmas music in the room where you'd be opening Christmas presents. Your music boxes are phenomenal, but your automatas, which are the ones that move, are classic. They are the best. Beautifully done.
I agree. I couldn't agree with you more, Dan. I think that is just, you know, what we have come to know and love from Mr. Christmas. And, you know, when you think about a company that has been around since 1933 and have been doing and incorporating all these elements into window displays and other products, you know, that's what you get after all those years and years of practice and learning and understanding. You get that quality sound, you get that quality movement, and that comes to life in this piece. And I think it just embodies all that Mr. Christmas is, because it's light, it's movement, and it's music.
I also really appreciate that they used a harpsichord instead of just a piano. It kind of gives almost a pre-Victorian feel to it. And had something like this been created in the early 1900s, it would have been a prized possession of a family.
Absolutely. I love what you were saying, too, about Mr. Christmas taking the extra steps, the extra measures of orchestrating their own music. And that is done for so many different reasons, but it's also to accommodate each piece. So each piece is timed, and the movements of the song works in variation so that the piece comes to life just as you would imagine it to be. And it's all done for each item. So that orchestration was done for this piece and is put into that music box assembly, and it's so great to enjoy.
Yeah, I'd said this before. I believe Mr. Christmas does ceramic better than anybody else, although this piece is not ceramic, it's blow molded. But nobody in the industry is still doing music boxes the way Mr. Christmas does music boxes. This is where they got started. They got started by doing automatas, creating moving pieces for window displays. And Leslie, who is the president of the company, was it her great-grandfather or her grandfather who started it?
Their grandfather.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow. And the fact that it's still family owned and operated, that makes me smile. Because I've known Leslie for, almost 20 years, and her sister as well.
Yep.
Doug, you've been a part of this organization for many years. It's got to be fun to be thinking of Christmas all year long.
It is. I can't think of anything else better to do because, Christmas is that season that we all know and love. But to have Christmas in your heart year round and to think and ponder all the things that are Christmas throughout the year, it's a great place to be.
And you would think people who work in the Christmas industry that right now would be their busiest time of year. It's not. You're kind of coming to the end of a hard journey of a year's worth of work. But I know you're already planning out things for Christmas in 2022 and even Christmas in 2023.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're always thinking, always designing. And the wonderful thing about Mr. Christmas is not only are they looking forward, but they're that unique company that's present today and actually gets to look back.
Yep.
And they get to see, okay, what was great? What was nostalgic? What do we remember? Or what can be refreshed? What could be moved forward with our technology of LED or our ceramics or our music box? And that's what they do best is they're looking both directions to bring you the best product every year.
For a light up, this is just awesome. It really is.
It is. It's got presence.
Yeah, and people don't get this. Doug, if this piece had been around in the 1960s, it would have been ungodly hot to the touch because this would have had to have been done with incandescent 60-watt light bulbs. Look at the light that's shining down on this carousel. It looks like spotlights, but that's done with LEDs. And it
has a
fantastic
warm look too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what's great too is where we're at in the LED standpoint is we're able to harness it enough so that we can make it look incandescent, but you're still getting that, cool to the touch and that longevity of that bulb. But now it actually has that realistic look of incandescent light that we all know and remember.
This is brand new again. As of last week, this will be a future heirloom. This is going to make families happy for the holidays for years and years to come. Doug, thank you for giving me an opportunity to show it and launch it to so many people. That's a fabulous piece. Really well done.
It's our pleasure, Dan. It's always great to be with you. Thank you, sir.